You are now entering another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of critical thinking. A journey to a wondrous land with boundaries that of clarification. Your next stop, the Sanity Zone.
I'm a bad man!
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
So, you're a philosopher?
Yes. 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 I think very deeply. I think very deeply. I think very deeply. I think very deeply.
In about 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak.
I think very deeply.
Overweight doubles in the house. The house. The overweight doubles in the house. The house. The overweight doubles in the house. Doubles in the house. The overweight doubles in the house.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
Hey, what's up? What's up? You're listening to Breaking News, absolutely breaking the news with Harry, aka The Brave, on WNHHLP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. So, there wasn't a lot that happened this weekend, right? Was there? I don't know. Do you think there was anything interesting that happened this weekend? Starting with Friday. As you can see, for everybody out there, right? We stream live on TuneIn Radio, on the NewHavenIndependent.org. We also stream live video on Facebook at the New Haven Independence Facebook page. You can find us on WNHH Radio's Facebook page also. You could also find us on Twitter by at WNHHLP, same thing on Periscope, on YouTube, New Haven Independent. So anybody who wants to actually see this show, not just hear the show, go on any one of these mediums, any one of these platforms, and check us out. I encourage you to go to the New Haven Independence Facebook page. You know, this way you could comment. I'll try to respond, but my show goes quickly, so we'll see how much time I have to respond to anything. Got to queue up some music here, so when I go on break. But all right. So starting Friday, when the Mueller report got turned in, right? The Mueller report on collusion, and last week you had James Comey write his op-ed where he said he doesn't care. He doesn't care what happens to Trump. He wasn't looking for Trump to be guilty or anything. Never mind that, if you remember James Comey, when he was testifying in front of Congress, he said he woke up in the middle of the night and he realized, if he leaked a memo to his friend and his friend would give it to the papers, that would force a special prosecutor. So James Comey didn't care about it enough that he was actually waking up in the middle of the night in cold sweat. My God, I got a way to get Trump. Right? So, so when James Comey wrote that op-ed last week, I knew, the writing was on the wall, and a couple of the Democrats here knew that he was foretelling that he had nothing on Trump when he started the investigation. Not the special prosecutor investigation, which lasted two years. But they had already been investigating Trump for close to a year during his election, during his campaign. So we have over 2 years of investigations. And so Robert Mueller turns in his Mueller, whatever his name is, turns in his report, and his report finds that there was no collusion. No collusion. No collusion. And I know I have friends here, Democrats, independents. They call themselves independents, but they're socialists, liberal, progressives, who had all their eggs in this Robert Mueller basket. They had all their eggs in the basket. Joe Ugly, who broadcasts from his studio, but we run his show here from 6 to 9, was talking about how Jeff Sessions was in the band. You know, he called the band of people who turned against Trump, saying that they were the lead singer. Every time somebody's a lead singer in the band, that everybody was turning against Trump, and that Trump would eventually be found guilty of collusion. Poor Joe Ugly. And it's sad to see that one of Joe Ugly's heroes throughout this, Michael Avenatti, he got arrested. He just got arrested for extortion, I think. You can't make it up. I had Joe Ugly over here calling him a genius, Michael Avenatti. Irving Pinsky calling him a genius. And only because Avenatti agreed with their opinion. It's confirmation bias. And that's all this has been throughout the whole investigation. No one had proof of anything. None of the newspapers, all the fake news that has been pushed on you for the last over 2 years. All the fake news, or should I say propaganda, being spewed by the propaganda arm of the Democrat Party, the New York Times, the Washington Post, MSNBC, CNN, all selling you fake news. And I feel bad because I know so many people, and I'm going to use a line from Trump. There's good people on both sides. There's just good people on both sides of this equation, right? Democrats who hate Trump, but they're good people. Some of them are good people. They just don't know how to do anything else because their party has brainwashed them into thinking that Trump had committed treason. And now they're dumbfounded. They just don't know what to do. It's just like my show starts with the Twilight Zone theme. And literally, this is how Democrats feel today. And I talked about collusion. Now let's talk about obstruction, which I actually have the 4-page memo summary report. And maybe I'll get to reading it. But obstruction. So Robert Mueller has this investigation. It's a 2-year investigation. He has 19 biased lawyers, 19 Democrat lawyers working for him. Some of them who actually worked for Hillary Clinton. All of them donated to the Democrat Party. You had Andrew Weissman, his lead prosecutor, who was actually at the Clinton campaign headquarters in New York waiting to celebrate with Hillary Clinton on election night. Andrew Weissman. This is how biased these people were. That his lead prosecutor, Mueller's lead prosecutor, on election night was in Clinton headquarters looking to celebrate with Hillary Clinton. So, with 19 biased prosecutors against Trump. Over 500 witnesses. Over 2,800 subpoenas. These group of people could not find any collusion. They could not find any obstruction. Now, Comey, I mean, I keep saying Comey because Comey and Mueller, what's the difference? They're friends. The reason that Comey actually leaked the memo was so that he could have Robert Mueller put as special prosecutor. But Mueller, with an unlimited budget, they spent about $30 million, 500 witnesses, 2,800 subpoenas, and Mueller couldn't just say he didn't find anything. He had to give fodder to the Democrats, right? Because if Comey hates him, Mueller had to hate him, right? They're best friends. So, and he got his best friend to be special prosecutor. And Rod Rosenstein was dumb enough that James Comey convinced him that the reason he got fired, even though Rod Rosenstein had wrote a memo saying that Comey's behavior merited him being fired, Rod Rosenstein McCabe and Rosenstein put Mueller as the special prosecutor. So, but in these 2 years, $30 million, 2,800 subpoenas, 500 witnesses, 19 prosecutors working under the special prosecutor, Robert Mueller, and they couldn't find collusion or obstruction. So Mueller, such a coward way of going out, puts, I didn't find anything, but it doesn't exonerate the president. No, Mueller, if you didn't find anything in America, we are innocent until proven guilty. It does exonerate the president. But let's have some fun here, because it's the only thing the Democrats have to hold on to. And I will say, a Democrat today actually conceded. He called it BS by Robert Mueller. BS. He should have just said no obstruction, because it's BS. You either found him guilty or you didn't. Same thing Alan Dershowitz said. A coward way of going out for Mueller. And it was only so that he threw the Democrats a bone, right? But he didn't find anything for obstruction. You know why? Under the president's Article 2 powers, he had the right to get rid of Comey, who the Democrats had been asking to get rid of themselves because of what he did to Hillary Clinton. And Rod Rosenstein, the deputy attorney general, actually wrote a memo saying he needed to be fired. He merited being fired. But let's get beyond that, right? Because obviously, President's Article 2 powers, he deserved to be fired. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, all of these people were asking for him to be fired. Dianne Feinstein, all of these people were asking for Comey to be fired. It wasn't until Trump fired him that they decided maybe it's obstruction. But like I said, let's play. Let's get beyond that. Now let's look at the rest of it. Because they want to say Trump saying Mueller better not go after my personal finances. That's obstruction. him saying, this is a witch hunt. And Mueller's team is, going after me illegally. That's obstruction. Let me tell you, if Trump obstructed, he obstructed in plain sight. He wasn't trying to obstruct anybody. Trump lets you know what he's thinking all the time. Trump is always telling you what he thinks. It's not obstruction for a man who feels that they're going after him unjustly to say, this is wrong, I am innocent, this is a witch hunt. Is that obstruction? And by the way, they didn't find no collusion. So can Trump obstruct collusion when collusion didn't happen? How was he obstructing them looking for collusion if collusion never happened? He never participated in any form of collusion. How can he obstruct something that didn't happen? He was defending himself. He was saying, this is ridiculous on its face. Obstruction? Maybe destroying a server that has been subpoenaed. Maybe destroying cell phones and their SIM cards after it's been subpoenaed. Is that obstruction? Because that's what Hillary Clinton did. But Trump defending himself on Twitter, that's obstruction? But Democrats, if that's all you have to hold on to, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you. How about me being a lifelong Democrat? Right? I was a lifelong Democrat up to Barack Hussein Obama, who I knew was bad for the country. How about you try to win me back, Democrats? What are you offering? What are you offering different than Trump? Are you offering the lowest unemployment in history for Hispanics? Thank you, Trump. Are you offering the lowest unemployment for African Americans? Thank you, Trump. Are you offering the lowest unemployment in 60 years for women? Thank you, Trump. Are you offering a 3.8 unemployment rate, which is basically full employment? We are fully employed here in America. We have more jobs on the market than people looking for jobs. Thank you, Trump. What are you offering, Democrats? More Trump hate? Is that how you hope to win me back? You actually think I'm going to turn my back on Trump after you lied for 2 years? After you wasted our tax dollars investigating, and now you're telling me that the Congress is going to investigate some more because Robert Mueller, a special prosecutor who's been doing this all his life, he can't find anything, but Nadler's going to find something? Congressman Nadler's going to find something? What, did he just go through Quantico? What qualifications does he have that trump Robert Mueller's? The Democrats have nothing. They are morally and ethically bankrupt. And they've made half the nation feel the same. I know good people on the other side. There's good people on both sides. Let's face it, there's good people on both sides. I know good people on the other side who are hurt today. They put all the eggs in that Mueller basket. And I want to say to them, it's okay to hashtag walk away from the Democrat Party. I want to say to Joe Ugly, keep your head up, Joe. You'll be okay. I know it feels like 2006, November 2016 all over again. He wouldn't even speak to me this morning. You'll be okay, Joe. All right, people. I'm going to take a quick break. You're listening to Breaking News, absolutely breaking the news with Harry, a.k.a. The Brave, on WNHHLP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio. No collusion.
Say it, say it. If you feel that comfortable, you ain't gotta go nowhere. You ain't gotta go nowhere, nowhere. You ain't gotta go nowhere. You ain't gotta go nowhere. Where? You ain't gotta go nowhere. 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 If you feel that comfortable, our space is set up to say nothing. That's why you're here with me. These sheets create limitations. Strip down when you're next to me. You say that you want it, so show me you want it. I say that to say this to you. Let's do what we came here to do. If you feel that comfortable, you ain't gotta go nowhere. You ain't gotta go nowhere, nowhere. You ain't gotta go nowhere. You ain't gotta go nowhere. Where? You ain't gotta go nowhere. 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 If you feel that comfortable, it's okay if you're whispering something. It's clear what you're saying to me. Here you need no invitation, cause it's where you need to be. You say that you want it, so show me you want it. I say that to say this to you. Let's do what we came here to do. If you feel that comfortable, you ain't gotta go nowhere. You ain't gotta go nowhere, nowhere. You ain't gotta go nowhere. You ain't gotta go nowhere. Where? You ain't gotta go nowhere. 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 If you feel that comfortable, our space is set up to say nothing. That's all that we need it to be. So all in a good situation. So go when you're next to me. You say that you want it, you show me you want it. I say that to say this to you. Cause I'll give it all to you.
All right. You're listening to Breaking News. Absolutely breaking the news. Let me tell you. No collusion, no obstruction. The Democrats can keep looking for something. It's so funny. I hear for these some of these spiteful Democrats. A lot of them are heartbroken today. A lot of them are basically, like I said, it's November 2016 all over again. They're heartbroken. The Democrats and the media did it to them again. The morning of the election, November 2016, they were told Hillary Clinton had a 90% chance of winning. I think it was the website 538 or something like that. 90% chance of winning. I had people I know celebrating at 7 p.m. when some of the polls started closing. By 9 p.m., their jaws had dropped. That Hillary hadn't sealed it up. And that Trump was actually winning state after state. By 10 p.m., they were crying in their drinks. Listen, people. The media is fake news. What you have to realize is that everything our president has said for the last 2 years has come true. And they turn around and call him a liar at every turn. And the media has been lying to you for 2 years. They're still lying to you. They don't want to admit that they're fake news, that they're all opinion and no fact. Rachel Maddow, this past Friday, she was on MSNBC crying. You saw her tearing as she spoke about Robert Mueller's report coming in, but it's like she knew. And let me tell you, a lot of these these media people, they were getting some type of inside information because she knew that there was nothing on Friday. She was crying Friday on TV. And then anybody who posted her tearing up on Twitter was getting their account suspended. All right, let me just quickly go to a Democrat who was made famous in 2016, but I think every Democrat is feeling this way today.
What a great honor to be
Scream,
able to
let it out,
introduce
let it
for
out,
the
Democrat.
first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald
Trump. Listen, look, for anybody who ain't seeing this is radio. So I actually have a video up
I'm so sorry.
of some lady losing
My
it
world. I'm
when
so
Donald
sorry
Trump
to my
won.
world. This is not what we want.
And
There's
look,
so
there were a
much
lot of people this
potential.
way. I saw a lot of people this way. November 2016.
Beauty and for
And now today,
devastation. In this
today,
one
it was the
moment,
same
it's almost
thing.
incomprehensible that they can exist
Low
right
energy
now.
Joe Ugly
So
this morning. He really had no energy. And
So
he didn't want to
proud.
speak about what's going on. He predicted that Trump was gonna be found with collusion and that there was a band behind him that was gonna turn on him. I feel bad. I really do feel bad for some. Sorry about that. I feel bad for some people, I feel bad. Because like I said, some of them are good people. I'm not saying Joe Ugly is a good person. I'm just saying I feel bad for some people. But let's get to some headlines. Let's see what I have here. And this has to be, look, this is very frustrating. This is from Vanity Fair. Gird your loins. Economic models predict a 2020 wipeout. Despite Trump's manifest unfitness for the office, unemployment is down, gas is relatively cheap, and the stock market is up according to most electoral models. That's just about all that's needed to re-elect an incumbent president. I feel bad. This is Vanity Fair. They're saying Donald Trump is gonna, now, never mind their opinions of him. Now you see this. This is the kind of stuff Democrats have been getting away with. I was listening to some reporters. Now keep in mind, they're saying Trump obstructed justice because of how he spoke about Mueller, how he spoke about the investigation and everything. You have to hear how some of them are talking about Attorney General Barr, who made the decision. Are they trying to obstruct justice? The way they talk about anybody who's in Trump's orbit is horrible. Are they obstructing? Oh, man. I feel bad for a lot of people here. Let's go on to Politico. How Trump is on track. Another story about Trump being on track to win 2020. How Trump is on track for a 2020 landslide. I know this isn't what Democrats want to hear today, but let me give you some advice. You know, I'm still a registered Democrat, by the way. All you guys have to do is convince me to vote my party, right? My registration, my affiliation. Let me give you some advice as a former recovering Democrat. Well, kind of still registered that way, but you have nothing to stand on right now. You have no political agenda to show the American people what you actually stand for, what you can give them, what you can actually improve on that Trump has done. Prison reform, urban renewal zones, the most money for historically black colleges ever given under Trump. I know a lot of people like to say he's racist, but his actions don't show that. His actions actually show that Trump is for everyone who lives in the United States. Well, every legal citizen of the United States, Trump is for. He's for actually, protecting that American dream that the Democrats are always threatening. All right. Economic models point to a Trump blowout in 2020. But a faltering economy or giant scandal could change everything. This is the thing. You see this. This is political. And in the first few words, they're hoping for economic destruction or a giant scandal. That's the only way to take down this president. So what do the Democrats do? I mean, Bill Maher. You see Bill Maher on HBO. He said he wants another recession or depression as long as it gets rid of Donald Trump. So he could care less about how many of you have to suffer as long as Donald Trump is gone. These are the people who are your leaders, who are your mouthpiece. And then these people say something and you repeat it like puppets without knowing if it's true or with the hate. The hate for a person you really don't know. Or why don't you just judge his actions? Oh my God. Sorry that I'm laughing, but why don't you just judge whether he's actually improving America? Ask yourself whether you're better off today, minus your emotions, minus you're hurt. I get it. Minus your hurt egos. Minus Hillary Clinton breaking the glass ceiling. Ask yourself whether the United States is better off today than it was under the Obama administration. Unemployment at a historical low, 3.8%. I can repeat all of this stuff again. Lowest unemployment for Hispanics, lowest unemployment for blacks. We could keep going. North Korea. I have Democrats who are hoping for failure with these negotiations of North Korea. But already we're at a better situation. If we freeze it right here, we're at a better situation than we were with Obama, with North Korea throwing bombs on top of Japan all the time, threatening South Korea, throwing bombs at South Korea. We got our hostages back. We got our remains back from the Korean War. Did any of that happen under Obama? No. We're better off there. ISIS, who Obama called the JV team and allowed it to become the monster it was, the caliphate, has no territory anymore in Iraq or Syria. Did that happen under Obama? No, it's happened under Trump. Obama wanted to contain. Trump wanted to destroy it. But, you know, I guess if you're running on Trump hate, good luck with that. I know more and more people, Hispanics, who are leaving, who are voting for Trump. They know they got more jobs. Even people out there running around illegally have more jobs because of Trump. All right, let me take another quick break. You're listening to Breaking News, absolutely breaking the news with Harry, a.k.a. The Brave, on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio.
Homie ain't nothing still stink, cause the money ain't nothing to a jit. Ain't nothing to a boss. Every day I'm racked up, and I be strapped up, AYB. Where I go. Maybe it's the liquor down, drinking all a lot of the singing sounding like me. Sounding like him. I be with the plug, talking numbers, trying to find out what's the prices on the key. What's the prices on the thing? Prices on the key. Prices on the key. What's the prices on the key? Prices on the key. Prices on the key. What's the colliding again, acting like me. Switch styles, started rapping like me. I put that on fire, you ain't trapping like me. Talking big money, what's the prices on the key? I was 15, running with them GDs. But you know what I'm claiming, flaming, banging big beats. And now I'm pop Molly, but the Rari on it. Rolling up gas, Bob Marley OG. 7,000 for the rollie, ain't even bust down yet. 2-door Beamer, I ain't even drove around yet. Nigga looking for me, I ain't even hit the town yet. Nigga money talk, now I ain't hear you make a sound yet. I'm negotiating with the plug, talk price. Said it's 42, I said I'm going through a crisis. Do me 9 ounces and I bring that money right back. Could've ran off with, I ain't even like that. But you know what, it kept 100 on the breakdown. Got your got kicked, I'm designing from the waist down. Listen to my own, it's riding through the A-town. Looking like money, safe to say I need a safe now. Homie ain't nothing still stink, cause the money ain't nothing to a jit. Ain't nothing to a boss. Every day I'm racked up, nigga, I be strapped up, AYB. Maybe it's the liquor down, drinking all a lot and singing sounding like me. Sounding like him. I be with the plug, talking numbers, trying to find out what's the prices on the key. What's the prices on the thing? Prices on the key. Prices on the key.
All right. You're listening now. Breaking news with Harry, a.k.a. The Brave. Let's jump into headlines because my time is going quickly. This is the New York Post, written by Michael Goodwin. How to end our national nightmare. Probe Hillary again. That sounds like a good idea, don't you think? Now, for the Democrats, let's be, I know you guys, look, let's just say you guys are being real about justice. Justice for all, right? Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, right? Let's go with that, right? So, let's just say you guys really want justice. And we know, if you've been paying attention to my show and actually reading the Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, those were one of the FBI agents working for Mueller, and Lisa Page, the Department of Justice attorney who was working for the Mueller team. Those were the two who were sending love messages to each other. They were having an affair, even though Peter Strzok was married, right? So they were having an affair. But anyway, their testimony transcripts were actually declassified and let go the last 2 weeks, right? They were released. And Lisa Page says that they wanted to charge Hillary Clinton. But the Department of Justice, Loretta Lynch, said no. Okay, we know that now. That there was obstruction of justice. But that obstruction came from the Obama's Department of Justice. There were people there who wanted to charge Hillary Clinton with espionage. Because so much classified information was on her server. And look, I had today I had to explain today to he who should now be not be named, right? How they try to say, well, Ivanka has a Gmail or personal account that she may have used. Okay, look, first off, Hillary Clinton had an illegal server in her closet, right? She had classified information on there. Hillary Clinton was the Secretary of State. Okay, she had so much information on her server, and we had foreign powers actually get into that server. Saying that Ivanka and Jared are doing the same thing by using WhatsApp or something is insane. And without proof, just more fake news. But you know, we have some intelligent Democrats out there who are trying their best. Trying their best to try to bring down the Trump White House, no matter if they didn't feel that Hillary having an illegal server that was wide open, unsecured to our enemies, they had no problem with it. They saw no problem in voting for her. But now they go, it's the same thing having a personal email. No, sorry. Actually, she actually had her people fax classified information to her. Remove the classified, the markings, classified markings on the, and then fax it so nobody knew it was classified. That was Hillary Clinton. And you want to tell me that she didn't know what she was doing? Because that's what Comey said. Yeah, she violated all of this stuff, and she didn't know what she was doing. But, you Democrats are special. You Democrats are special. But in all fairness, let's go back and let's start we already know there's no collusion, right? Let's figure out how this even started. Why did the FBI decide they were going to get involved in an election? Let's see if that dossier that they used, where did that come from? Who paid for it? And if that's Hillary Clinton, and she had some FBI flunkies helping her, don't you think we want to go there? In the name of justice? How about even one better than that? The Department of Justice said not to charge her. Don't you want to know if it went higher than that? If that order came down from the White House? If Obama actually got involved in this decision? Oh, he said Obama. Now all bets are off. We're not going to talk about Obama. That's what usually happens here. Whenever I bring up Obama, everybody gets offended. Obama's not special. He's just another temporary employee who was in that White House. Just like this temporary employee. Trump is not forever. He too will be gone, just like Obama. And each of these we investigated the crap out of Trump. Shouldn't we do the same thing if Obama was involved in any obstruction of justice? Of course not. Now I'm changing everybody's mind, right? Now I'm changing everybody's mind. Because the Democrats aren't real. They really don't care about anything. All right, let's go on to the next story. Collusion now exposed as nothing more than Trump haters' opioid dream. Right? Pretty accurate. Let me read the first paragraph. America suffers from not one but two opioid crises. The first afflicts some 11 million of our fellow citizens, people who turn to powerful painkillers to cope with suffering and end up addicted. The second involves a narrow but more prominent slice of the population, the liberal media and pundit class. Collusion is the opiate of choice for this elite. Popping the collusion pill gives them the rush from a vivid dream of undoing the outcome of the 2016 election. Absolutely. A bunch of crackhead Democrats who came up with this story and have run it to the ground, and you people ate it. I've been saying this for the longest. You're better than this. Stop being sheep. You're being led by the nose to your destruction. What time is it? All right. I got to get out of here. Let's see if I can get to one more. Headline here. Graham wants to probe Obama era controversy. I agree. Let's check out, let's investigate the hell out of the Democrat Party now. And that includes Adam Schiff. That includes Nadler. Anybody who wants to obstruct now or to harass the president, to abuse their power, I think the FBI should start doing its job and going after real violators of power. All right, people, I got to get out of here. It's been fun. You've been listening to Breaking News with Harry, a.k.a. The Brave, on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio. See ya!
So, you're a philosopher?
Yes. 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 I think very deeply. I think very deeply. I think very deeply. I think very deeply.
In about 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak.
I think very deeply.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!